What's up, YouTube? Welcome to episode 16 of Snap Crackle Pod, your favorite cereal-themed Snap podcast. It's Snap Tested, Trevor approved. Speaking of Trevor, my co-host, Trevor, how you doing today?
I'm doing good, man. Ready to record lucky number 16. I'm just feeling good, man. How have you been?
Good. Can't complain. It's just been, new year, new us, I think. We're back. We're ready to talk some Dargans today, and hopefully everybody joins us for the ride. It's going to be a good one.
We love a good Dargan or two.
We do. Our boy Puente Contente made the box, by the way. He's there. That's the quote he wanted in the comments.
Oh, I didn't even notice at first.
Yep, it's there. Love it.
So I guess we got to kick off what we've been doing in Snap this week. You want to kick us off this time?
Sure. I have been bleeding ranks in Infinite. Literally just completing missions, just trying a bunch of terrible decks, not playing anything optimized. I think I started off in top 1000 Infinite, and I'm all the way up at 10,000. I've just been just biting it, beefing it, which is fine. I don't have any reason to get any higher than where I am. I'm just having fun right now in Snap. Trying to make Phantom X work, which is most of the reason that I have been not playing well, but that's okay. I also am, doing fine in every other aspect of Snap. I think it's been a little bit slow right now. We do have at the time of recording, a patch coming out tomorrow, which is Tuesday, probably the day this releases. So hopefully some new interesting stuff coming there. And we have a whole season of Dragons to talk about. So I'm just looking forward to that and new decks. What about you?
Yeah, a lot has been going on in the last week and a half or however long it's been. Well, to go back to Team Clash, actually, I don't think I ended up telling you what I ended up getting in the shop. I absolutely grinded in this game mode. I was just waiting for the screenshot. I wanted to wait for the podcast to talk about it, but it let me know how many games I played, at least with the top 4 factions.
Yeah.
And between the 4 factions, I played over 90 games. And
Dang.
I pretty much split them pretty dead even. My whole entire objective was to get to 4,000 emblems so I can get fastball pit, or whatever the fastball thing is.
Fastball
throw,
special.
whatever. The Paul Skeen, we're going with the Paul Skeen special. Anyways, I ended up getting it. I threw it into my destroy deck. Okay, I was actually going to ask you if that was a Hellfire shirt.
No. Pirates.
Okay. Well, that was the big thing that happened. I started playing around with that card a little bit. I had a little bit of fun there. Then I started playing around with some different decks, one that we'll probably get into a little bit later. I was actually tinkering around with a lot of my other decks, so moving cards in and out, things that I've talked about on the podcast before. And I picked up some new cards in the shop. They didn't end up working out, at least not for the time being. I need more cards to support them. I have been grinding on my collection level. I think I'm upwards of 3,500 now. And a lot of that has come within the last 2 weeks. I've just been getting credits like crazy and spending them left and right whenever I can. I did forget that you get 100 free every single day. So I rediscovered that, and that's definitely been helping to upgrade some much needed cards. But that's pretty much been my week and a half in Snap. I've actually been playing a ton, just really enjoying some deck building. And you're a pretty big inspiration for that. And now I got to start deck building for some Dargans.
Yeah, love it. Well, hey, congratulations, by the way. That's awesome that you got Fastball Special, that you played so much, and just that you're having a lot of fun in Snap. I love to hear it. So let's get into these Dragons. Let's start off with the Season Pass card. This one releases today, depending on when this comes out, Tuesday. Shu Lao, the Undying, we'll go with. This is a 5/8. Not a lot of 5 drops in this game that are super playable, so interesting to see this. On reveal, give the last character you played +3 power for each turn you played 2 or more cards. Kind of like the Thena ability, where, Thena gets a boost every turn that you play 2 or more cards. Or 2, actually, that's exactly 2 cards. This one is 2 or more. which means if you're playing a deck with a ton of cheap things, you can get a pretty big buff on the last card you played, which is something that you don't do in Marvel Snap a lot. You buff a lot of future cards, but the last card you played, that can really sneak some power into a lane that people think is closed.
Definitely. I mean, first off, this Dargon is super sick to look at. So I'm looking forward to some variants because I believe I saw a dragon variant pack, if I'm not mistaken. That'll be kind of fun. But this card overall just seems like a really fun card to me. I could find a lot of utility with this, and it seems like it can get really big. And I don't know, could be really good.
Yeah, it's kind of just stats, but it's a lot of stats. I mean, +3, anytime you have +3 on a card, it feels like it always ends up being a little overtuned. So we'll see how it lands. I think it could be fun, and I'm excited to see some other 5 drops. By the way, we'll get to it, but unfortunately, that pack is a dinosaur pack, not a dragon pack. Dinosaur variants.
No.
I know. It's a little disappointing, but we'll get to that when we talk about the blog post. All right, well, if that's all we got on Shu Lao, let's move on to the Super Premium card, which is also releasing into Series 5 on Tuesday. This card, I've heard a lot of negative things about in the community, and I think I understand. It feels pretty weak. Dragon of the Moon, just on power alone. A 3/2, on reveal, steal 1 power from even costed cards in all hands. Um, Obviously, if you hit your own cards, it's kind of a net neutral because you're taking a power away from your card to give it to Dragon of the Moon. And your opponent has to be playing even costed cards. They have to have them in their hand by turn 3 if you play it on curve. I don't know. I don't know how big this thing can realistically get. There's some small synergies like Master Mold is a funny one. Nobody plays Master Mold, but if you're putting 2 Sentinels in their hand, that's 2 more cards for Dragon of the Moon to steal from. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, stealing power from your own hand doesn't seem very inspiring. Uh, I mean, when you think about it, odds, evens, you're probably, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 cards in your opponent's hand. Probably 2, maybe 3 at the most are
Yeah.
going to be even. So we're looking at maybe like a 3-4, 3-5. And then if you're stealing from your own cards, like you said, it's just going neutral. So really the best that this is getting to in most cases, maybe a 3-6. And there are plenty of other 3 cards where you can boost other cards up. So it just seems kind of like a meh kind of card. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not very exciting. Now, if it stole 1 power from your opponents, but it also just added whenever you instead of stealing your own card's power, adding onto Dragon of the Moon, that would be really sick. It'd probably be a little bit OP, and you'd probably have to drop this down to like a 3-1, 3-0. But the way that it's set up right now is just like a meh kind of card. Probably
Yeah.
wouldn't use it too often. Like you said, Master Mold would be interesting, but that's about where the buck would stop, right about there.
Yeah, I'm thinking, I always try to think like, what if let's imagine I'm completely wrong. What if this card's actually good? How could it be good? And the only thing I could think of is like maybe an affliction deck, because then it's not just a 3/6. It's also you're hoping they play their cards. Maybe you have Diamondback to really increase the negative affliction. I don't know. Maybe there's something there. We'll see. But for now, I'm a little shaky on Dragon of the Moon. We'll see if it ends up landing in an okay spot.
It's a shame because these are some really cool Dargans so far.
They are. They are. And here's another one. This is Kitty Pryde's trusty friend, Lockheed. This is a smaller dragon, a 2/1, end of turn. If you played a 1-cost card this turn, afflict an enemy card here with -2 power. You got a face. What's your face?
Trash.
Trash! You don't like Lockheed?
Trash.
Tell me why you don't like
I don't like
Lockheed.
it. I don't know. I was going through the blog, kind of looking at all the cards. First off, the first 2 Dargans are a lot cooler to look at. No offense, Kitty Pryde. But just kind of looking at end of, I don't know, afflicting an enemy card here with -2 power. I'm sure there's some synergies that work alongside with this card, but nothing's jumping off of the page for me. This is how I felt about how you felt about the last card that we went over. So I don't know. To me, it's not that exciting.
Yeah, I think let's take this to the best case scenario. Let's say you play it on 2, and every single turn you play a 1 cost, which I guess if you played it on 2, you couldn't really easily have played a 1 cost on that turn. But let's just say you did somehow. You had an extra energy because of that location that gives an extra energy. So that means it'll proc on 2, it'll proc on 3, 4, 5, and 6. That's 5 activations for minus 10 power, makes it a 211. That's the best case scenario if you play it on 2 and somehow have a 1 cost every single turn. 211's pretty good. 211 worth of stats. I don't know. And it has end of turn synergy maybe. Maybe this is an Aurora card. Maybe it's a Invisible Woman First Steps card. I don't know. I think there's something there.
Yeah, but here's the problem. You have to clog up your lanes with 1 cost cards, and I've done my due diligence on 1 cost cards when I've been doing all this deck building, and you're really not going to get any crazy power from these 1 cost cards. If you can find some, if you could kill longer, I don't know. I'm just trying to think outside the box.
Well,
skills. Get rid of
skills.
those 1 cost cards.
Skills. You play it with the hunger. You play it with, what is it? All the 1 cost skills. There's a bunch of them, and it seems like there's more and more coming. There's actually one coming up that we'll talk about next.
Yeah. Well, your boy only has 2 skills, so.
You got the skills to pay the bills. Everyone knows it.
Oh yeah, I got the thrills too.
Yeah. Well, I think this is a skills card. I think it's a Merlin card. You play Merlin, then you're going to get a 1 cost skill each turn from it to be able to play
Prowler?
with Lockheed. Prowler? I mean, let me think. If Prowler reduces them to 0, I think they still count as 1 cost cards.
I think they still count as 1 cost.
Yeah, they
You're
do.
guaranteed to do those 1 cost skills though.
Hey, you look at you. Maybe you make a Prowler, Move, Affliction, Lock, or you don't even need to be an Affliction deck. Just a Prowler, Lockheed deck. Move. That's kind of fun.
And all the cards have to be purple. They have to be.
There you go. And hey, peep this. It does it to a card here, but if you're moving Lockheed, you can do Affliction on different lanes each turn if you want to.
I'm having a vote to change Lockheed to Heedlock because for some reason Heedlock sounds way cooler.
Really? Lockheed's like a plane, like a jet. It's pretty sick.
I don't know. Lockheed sounds like a disease that you might catch from your neighbor.
In Scotland?
I got a case of the Lockheed.
Fair enough. Let's talk about that skill card. The only Series 4 card releasing this week. It is Majestic Wingbeat. A 1 cost skill on reveal. Give the leftmost card in your hand plus 2 power. If it's 5 cost or higher, give it minus 1 cost 2. I only think of one thing when I see this card because I am sick in the brain, and it is Galactus. I just want to play this with Galactus. I just want to give my Galactus a little boosty boost. I want to make him cheaper. And I think this is a degenerate Galactus card. I don't know how good this card is outside of that. Maybe Agatha. I don't know, something silly. But that's my thoughts on Majestic Wingbeat.
I mean, when you look at it, you got a 1 cost skill, goes away, adds 2 power no matter what. A lot of the 1 cost cards in this game usually have on average around 2 power, it seems like, across the board. So we'll call it a wash. And if you hit that 5 cost card, you're in business. You can play that card a little bit earlier. So a little bit of incentive there. I love the name. Card's pretty sick. I like it.
Yeah, you know what? The name is really cool. I actually agree with you on that. It's a neat one. All right, well,
it's surprisingly great.
Yes, I think most of our audience might agree too. It's a cool name, Majestic Wingbeat. Love it. It's like Deafening Chord, but it's dragon themed. All right, well, let's move on a similar note. Let's take a quick look through the blog. This just released for us today. Here it is. This is the official blog, so some of this stuff is going to be retread and we'll move past those cards, but there's some interesting stuff happening this season, and I think it'd be nice to do a little preview of it before the patch comes out for us. So obviously, Dragon season, there is a web shop bonus, which they've been doing the last few seasons. If you order the season pass, if you're a season pass gamer, if you order that on the web shop where you get the 100 credits, you will get a free Series 5 collector pack and 3 gold fire borders. Kind of a cool little incentive for you to support the game on the web shop, which doesn't take away the Google Play or App Store money from the developers. So just something worth noting. That's the season pass. Here's a look at some of the stuff. Some cool card backs coming. Avatars, as we talked about, Shu Lao, Dragon of the Moon. Some cool Dragon-y variants for Stegron, Sauron. Any thoughts on these things?
Yeah, I'm digging the variants. I think the variants are pretty cool this go around. You know me, I'm a big variant guy. I like a good variant. That's why I always like looking at your cards, because you have every variant known to man.
I do not.
No, you have every single one.
There's a creator in the community who does have every single one. His name's Super Tech God. He's awesome, but he actually has every variant. I have like maybe 25% of the variants. There's so many that I don't have. But
that's insane to think about, because then I probably have 2% of the variants. That's probably it.
Sure. But yeah, they look cool. I'm with you. I didn't mean to cut you off.
You're good.
Well, let's move through these cards we talked about. Here's a little look at some of the other cards. We got Lin Lie Iron Fist we'll talk about quickly. Fin Fang Foom, what a name. A new Shang-Chi, which is cool. Just not to have him just be strictly a tech card that people hate. Although played a lot less now that he's a different style of tech card. Lin Lie, I'll just say, is an Iron Fist. It's 2/2. Gives you this Sword of Fushi in another location, and if they come together, you get +7 power to Lin Lie. Kind of a cool little thing.
So a 2/11. It could be a 2/11.
In essence, yeah. If you
or 11. Yeah, man.
No, because the sword comes down for free, so it's like a 2/11.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like if you get them together, it's an ongoing effect, but it's basically a 2/11. You're right. Pretty cool.
Sounds like you should just play this over Lockheed, because Lockheed's max potential is 2/11, and this is guaranteed.
It's fair. Lockheed with Diamondback though, even bigger than 2/11. All right.
But you're bringing in extra cards, and you got to consider that extra 3 costs for Diamondback. Come on now.
You do. All right, let's talk about Fin Fang Foom real quick. 7/12. We'll talk about these more in depth in the coming weeks, but just this name's amazing. Fin Fang Foom. 7/12 on reveal gains the power of front row enemy cards here. It's pretty big.
Cue in Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi is just chomping at the bit.
It's true. Plus, you gotta have like Limbo or some cheap way to get this out, like Hella. That's Fin Fang Foom. Sure, you could, Sarah. Shang-Chi Master of the Rings. This new Shang-Chi is a 3/5. At the start of the game, you get the 10 rings in your hand, kind of like Quicksilver would. And on reveal for Shang-Chi, it unlocks the potential of the 10 rings. The normal 10 rings is a 2/1 that on reveal gives one of your cards here +1 power, but the unlocked one gives each of your cards +1 power at that location at end of turn. Quick thoughts on Shang-Chi?
Yeah, the on-reveal description is pretty interesting. Unlock its potential. Is that a reference or something?
Yeah, I mean, like Shang-Chi and the 10 Rings, it's a whole thing. I don't know enough about the lore. I've seen the Shang-Chi movie, but basically, he does cool things with these rings.
Okay, fair enough.
All right. Dragon Lord is a card coming to High Voltage. They're doing a High Voltage Overdrive that's coming on January 11th, which it actually doesn't say in this blog, but I saw it on Discord from the developers. And also Majestic Wingbeat coming to Series 4. So these are the 2 Series 4 cards. We talked about Majestic Wingbeat. Here's Dragon Lord. This card is pretty deceptively simple. It's just a 5/5 with an on-reveal, put a card from your hand here. But I think it's a pretty cool card. I think that it has a lot of potential for, you could cheat this card down early, get a card. You can then Odin on top of it and get a real huge lane. You can Absorbing Man in another lane off of it. You can Grandmaster it. Like there's some potential for abuse here, I think.
Yeah, definitely. I was kind of thinking along the same lines. Actually, my mind went to Grandmaster too, so it's funny you said that. Also got a very sick Absorbing Man variant. I'll have to screenshot and send it to you.
Yeah, definitely. Love it. All right. New to Snap Packs, Weapon X Wild Child and Fastball Special from last season will be coming to Snap Packs this season. 2 new locations coming. We got Cave of the Dragon. After turn 4, add a random 5-cost plus card to each side. And Ta Lao, end of turn, +1 power to a character in each hand. They're fine.
Yeah, they're fine. Nothing too crazy here.
All right, High Voltage Overdrive's coming, like I said, January 11th. And then that is the kind of like juiced up version of High Voltage. And Sanctum Showdown is coming back. I know you're a fan. January 25th. So that one near the end of the season. You excited to see these back?
I'll be all over Sanctum Showdown like one run. But I have a question about High Voltage Overdrive. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when I was reading the description, it sounds like they're going to reduce the energy crisis a little bit and allow you to play less cards so lanes aren't getting so clogged up. Is that correct?
That's what they say. They haven't released the specifics on this yet as of our recording, but it sounds like in the next few days they're going to. I don't know how much they're going to reduce. It says slightly, so maybe just like 1 less possible power each turn or energy each turn, but yeah, we'll see how that affects things. High Voltage has always been kind of like a, jam some games, get the cosmetics you want, and then dip out. For me.
Yeah, I forget which one of the two. Maybe it's both, but isn't it specifically only for cosmetics or something like that? One of them is?
Yes, I believe they're only doing cosmetics for Sanctum Showdown this time around, it says down here. So that's pretty cool. A little less grindy on Sanctum for people who aren't as big a fan as you are. So it's good. All right, a couple new albums. Here's some rewards for them, but they're going to be these Winking Studio style variants, which are pretty cool, kind of like anime style. And then we have some fantasy style from Audia taking over at the end of the month. Pretty cool.
I'm all for it.
Here's the packs you were talking about. Dinosaur variants. I'm sorry. Not the cool dragon variants, but dinosaur variants.
It's the wrong kind of D variants, but we'll take a good dino, I guess. Although they're not the most exciting cards, I guess.
Yeah, that's all right. Winterverse, we're going to have some... whoever wins the Snowbell Showdown tournament that's coming up is going to have their entire deck featured as a snap pack, which is pretty cool. It's a nice little thing for them to include. And then this one I'm excited about. These Midnight Sun Tarot cards are going to get snap packs at the end of the month, and I really love these variants. I have a lot of them, but I'm going to pick up all the ones I'm missing for sure.
What did you think of snack packs? Were you a fan whenever those got thrown into your lunch or whenever you had those?
Like the pudding packs?
Yeah, like the pudding or Jello.
Jello is an abomination. Texturally a nightmare. Flavor is bland a lot of the time. You could definitely get some juiced up flavors, but I was more of a pudding person myself.
Of course. I mean, you're a pie guy over cake, so you have to like pudding.
Exactly. Although, I think pudding is more analogous to cake, and Jello is more analogous to pie, because cake is usually a chocolatey vanilla sort of flavor, and pie is usually a fruity flavor like a Jello, but it's neither here nor there.
Yeah, not very important to the Moral Snap podcast.
It's true. All right, let's take a quick look at a deck for each of us that we've been enjoying this season so far. I have yours ready up here, and I know you're going to make some changes to it. But let's take a look at Trevor's deck. You got a name for this one?
It's called Why the Infinite, and for all you that don't live in Pennsylvania and aren't absolutely enamored with the gas station / convenience store named Sheets, Their slogan is "Why the sheet's not." So I took it upon myself to make the Infinite deck and call it "Why the Infinite."
Like it. Walk us through the deck a little bit. What's it trying to do here?
Yeah, we're gonna take a slow stroll. No, we're actually gonna have a fast walk through this because nothing exciting here, honestly. There are a lot of cards that I would swap in. I've been doing some research on Infinite decks, um, specifically like on the Marvel Snap website or whatever, where people post their decks. But I'm really liking some of the combinations here. Obviously, I would take out cards like Rogue and Prowler. They just don't seem to fit the mold here. But I am. This is my first time ever using Lockjaw and Jubilee. I always thought they were kind of pointless cards, but in a deck like this, I see their value. I am enjoying some of the combinations like Storming and then putting a Sunspot in that location, or having Sunspot or Nebula there, and you know, making sure that I'm locking down a location. They can't play a Shang-Chi if I end up going Infinite there. Just a lot of fun little combinations. Vision has been super clutch because if I get into a bad situation where I'm losing 2 lanes, I can move Vision over and play a little bit of combinations there. But definitely need to edit this deck as I'm getting more cards. And it's, I think, my 9th deck now that I have in my repertoire. So just playing around with a lot of deck building. Pretty much every week or two, I'm creating a new deck. In the shop, I'm aiming for a new card, and I try to build a deck around that, or I'm using it as a main part. I'm being very intentional about the cards that I'm trying to get through the shop. But this deck has been fun. I've been winning some games with some really fun numbers. I've been outclassed a few times and humbled in that regard, but I think ultimately it comes down to editing this deck a little bit more just to make it a little more well-rounded, because Infinite obviously carries a lot of power, and if I get Shang-Chi'd, I'm pretty much screwed, which has happened 3 times already in the probably 20 games I played with it, and those have been some devastating losses, but I've just been having a lot of fun with the combinations here.
Nice, I love it. Maybe if you get Dragon Lord, you can throw him in here, you know? That's a pull down an Infinite for free.
There we go. I like it.
I like it. All right, awesome. Thanks for sharing the deck with us. Let us know how it goes as you continue to iterate and have fun with it. Let me hit you up. What deck do I want to talk about? Like I said, I've been playing a lot of trash, trying to make stuff work. I think the deck I want to talk about is actually my latest video. I've just been having so much fun being a jerk with Gambit. This is the only deck that I've played that has made Phantom X work. This deck is not what I would call incredible, but anytime I want to go out and just do some nonsense and have fun and like sometimes pull off an insane combo, this has been my go-to. And I brought in Phantom X and Jocasta and Prodigy as a backup plan for what is essentially a Wong Gambit Firehair deck. The idea being here, if you have Firehair on the board and then you get Wong down, you can play, usually I play Magic, so I have time to do all this, but then I'll wait to play Gambit. I will play it on the last turn alongside a Misery, and I'll usually play it on the Wong location where I have Prodigy copying Firehair or Wong. That means that Gambit will go off like 6 times or so, and then it'll go off even more when I destroy it because Firehair copies the on-reveal abilities of anything I destroy. So that's the main plan, is to not do a lot until I do that and kill the entire board. It obviously has a lot of ways it doesn't work. Armor, locations that, prevent that, Cosmo. So there's concerns. But, so I have Phantom X now, and I will play that with Jocasta and Prodigy to get, because I have Gambit, which is going to discard a card, and I have Kid Omega or Misery to destroy, that satisfies the Phantom X requirements, meaning that I'll get -4 to the front row of each lane, usually like 6 times through Jocasta and Prodigy. So that's my backup. If I'm not able to destroy your board, I'm just going to give you a ton of negative power and see if we win that way. So that's what I've been jamming.
You are just creating mass chaos with that Gambit. Gambit
Yeah.
can be so crazy sometimes, but a lot of fun. You just never know what's going to happen.
Yeah. Well, that's my goal, is to make sure I know what's going to happen, because I'm going to do 30 Gambits and everything will die.
That's not depressing.
It's not at all. Want to do some blind rankings?
Anything to bring the morale back up.
Okay. All right. I'm going to go ahead and go first, just in case you need a little extra time. And I've got some fun ones for you. Let's kick things off right away. Your first card, Modoc.
So I've never personally used this card. I've seen it used well before. I guess since I haven't personally used it, I always have a bias to lean towards the middle, towards the bottom. However, I do feel like there is some utility for this card, and I feel like you can make some big moves with this card. I'm gonna go 3. I'm just gonna go middle because I feel like I want to try it one day. Just haven't had the deck around it.
Okay. Yeah, you should play some discard. It's fun. I think you'd have a good time. All right. So that's a 3. Next up, Surtur.
I know nothing about this card. After you play a card with 10 or more power, this gains +2 power. 4.
Okay. Not a fan of the Surtur decks. That's fair enough.
Hey, I didn't say I wasn't. I didn't say I wasn't a fan. I just don't think it's deserving of a 2 or 1 spot.
All right. So we got a 3 and 4 filled out, which brings our next card. It is Joaquin Torres.
Yeah, boy. Okay, I'm a little bit bitter about this card right now. See, I had a lot of fun playing in what game mode was that?
Clash. Wasn't that Clash?
Wasn't. I thought it was before Clash.
Oh, you're
Was
right.
it Clash?
No, you're right. It was Grand Arena.
Grand Arena, yeah. I was playing this card a lot in Grand Arena, and I felt like it worked because there was extra energy to go around. But, and I had the right combinations in that deck because there was a lot of synergy. But I've lost a lot of games with this deck recently, with this card. I've lost a lot of games recently. So I really want to put it at 5, but it's still... Yeah. It's still a 2 for me. It's still 2. I can't put it at 5. I just can't do it. I spent 6,000 tokens on it. I cannot put it at 5.
Okay, so that leaves you with your 1 and your 5 spots open. Your next card.
Yeah, we love it.
Your second to last card. One of my favorite variants. Gwenpool.
See, this feels like a 3. It feels like a 3, but you know what, Ryan? I don't have a 3.
You don't?
5.
5. Okay. Have you ever played Gwenpool? You don't have Gwenpool, do you?
I have Gwenpool. I'm just imagining that there is something better. I am praying that there is something better.
Okay. Gwenpool's a banger. Your number 1 card, by default. Get ready to play Dragon of the Moon. It's Master Mold.
I did terrible. I did really bad.
You did fine. It's okay. You get a Master Mold.
That's terrible. Master Mold is trash.
It is trash. But hey, maybe Dragon of the Moon. You know what? I'm definitely playing a Dragon of the Moon Master Mold deck. I might even make a video about it. Who knows?
I hope you do. I really hope you do.
I'm going to do it.
That's so great for you. I've never been so embarrassed to do blind rankings before. You set me up. You bamboozled me. You didn't give me any... Take a breath. It's
you play to
turn.
win the game, Trevor.
Compose.
All right. Hit me with it.
Well, I'm sorry. I gave you some decent cards to work with, so you're going to look like a genius no matter what. All right.
I gave you Modoc. All right, go ahead.
First off, you got Sunspot.
Okay. Sunspot. Sunspot lounging in the hot tub. This is a cool card. I'm going to give it a solid 3.
You got to put it in the 1 spot.
Oh, I get it. The Sunspot 1 spot? Nah, it's a Sunspot 3 spot.
Yeah, it doesn't rhyme, but hey, it is what it is. All right, second up on the list. Telling you, I made this too easy for you. You set me up, man. Number 2, you got War Machine.
Ooh, you are hurting me here. I would like to put War Machine at 1, but I think I have to go 2. I really love War Machine. I'm not playing a lot of him right now, just because. I'm gonna go 2. Definitely no lower.
Okay, definitely no lower. I don't. Are we allowed to do skill cards?
Yeah, skill cards are cards.
Okay. We got Adamantium Infusion. If I said that
Adamantium
right.
Infusion is a 1. I have been playing the crap out of this card. It is so much fun. I've been Galactusing, letting it not go off, then fastball special and an Adamantium Infusion on turn 6. And it's disgusting. This card's amazing. I love it. That's number 1 for me.
Yeah, it's crazy. Crazy how easy this is for you.
You give me some trash here for 4 and 5?
No, I didn't. Well, maybe a little bit. Next one, you got Sandman.
Oh, yeah. Some trash. Sandman. We're going to knock down his sandcastle. We're going to stick him at 5. I don't think he even deserves the 4. This card
Yeah, I think that's
stinks.
Yeah, it does. And you know what? It's great that you have your 4 and 5 spot because it stinks. I feel like the last card you're probably going to want to flip with another card, but other than that, I think you did perfectly fine. We have Shadow King.
Okay, I'm okay with Shadow King being at 4. I like Shadow King, but I play so many sandcastles that I want to get really tall and not get knocked down by Shadow King that, unlike Sandman, who is all the way down at 5, I think Shadow King 4 I'm totally cool with.
Now, in a perfect world, would you flip Shadow King and Sunspot? Just out of curiosity.
No. I think I'm fine with Sunspot at 3. I'm good with it.
We get it. We get it. You had a perfect... Clap. Everybody insert audio clip of clapping. Please, for Ryan.
I see you clapping out there, 4Knuckle. I see it. Thank you. Appreciate that. I love it.
I got absolutely fleeced.
You did. But that's the game. That's why we play, man. Any given Sunday.
Yeah, you can miss a field goal to, go ahead and go to playoffs, or you could miss it wide right.
Dude, I cannot believe that happened still. The Steelers had no business winning that game.
They had no business winning that game, but at the same time, the Carolina Panthers are in the playoffs, so what's worse?
I think the Steelers are a worse team than the Panthers, honestly. I truly do.
Oh my.
Dude, you're not a Steelers fan. They're gonna get boat ridden so hard by the Texans. They are a terrible team. The Steelers have a effective defense that is coached terribly, that bends and doesn't break, that gives up huge yardage underneath and then field goals, and then their offense has no threats outside of Jalen Warren. It's a disaster. Disaster of a team.
Kenneth Gainwell was the MVP of the season.
He's
fine. He is fine. You don't enjoy watching dink and dunk football?
No, I hate it. Man, this is the team that used to have by far a top 3 offense in the game, and it has fallen so far. I mean, anyway, this is not a football pod, but I'm just not looking forward to this playoff game for the Steelers. I'll just say that. All right. Question of the week. This is a good one, in my humble opinion. Trevor, what is the first video game you remember being addicted to?
How about I just give you every stage of life where I had a different console or gaming system, and I give you the game that I was most addicted to.
Sure.
Because I guarantee you I can think of it off the top of my head. So the very first game that I got addicted to was on my Game Boy Advance. It was Pokemon Crystal. I loved it. It was my first Pokemon game. I was addicted to it. Played it all the time. Running into GameCube, got into Super Smash Brothers Melee. Me and my neighbor played that all day, every day after school. We ran that all the time. I played as Mr. Game & Watch. He was my favorite. Who cares about Wii? PlayStation has been Rocket League. And my first computer game that I was addicted to was RuneScape. I still play it. So, needless to say, I'm still addicted to it.
Love it. Well, my answer was going to be Pokemon Blue, because I'm that old, on the Game Boy. But since that was one of your answers, I will hit you up with a couple more things that I thought about. On my first console after that, I technically had a Sega Genesis, but I think we got that after our PlayStation 1. On PlayStation 1, I was a huge Spyro fan, so that was definitely the game that I played the most on there, or Crash Bandicoot. But that was really like Crash Bandicoot 3 was probably our favorite. PlayStation 2 was Guitar Hero. That game made my fingers bleed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, definitely got addicted to Guitar Hero. And then Ratchet and Clank on PS2 as well. Yeah, good stuff. I'm not going to go much further than that, but that's what I immediately thought of.
Yeah, I love those answers. Those are great. Those were some of the most classic PlayStation games right there. I got to play the Ratchet and Clank remastered version. I didn't play the OG because I didn't have a PlayStation before the 4. PlayStation 4 is the only PlayStation I've ever had, so I didn't have the opportunity to play those games. But I got to play a couple of the remastered, even the Crash Bandicoot stuff. So.
Honorable mention, Sega Dreamcast, Crazy Taxi. My brother and I kind of bought a Dreamcast just together, and we played a lot of Crazy Taxi as well.
Yeah, we get it. You're old.
I'm very old. It's true. But not as old as some people. So anyway, if you have an answer to this question, please go ahead and leave a comment down below. We'd be happy to hear what video games you have loved throughout the years, as we're now playing Marvel Snap. Thanks everybody so much for watching this video this week. We got dragons coming, some more that we'll get more in depth on in the coming few weeks. Trevor, I know where people can find you. You're putting out some new videos recently on your channel. I was able to hang out and watch some of those.
I cannot believe you actually listened to any song off that album. That album is insane.
Yeah.
It is not for the weak of the faint of ears. Like, you have to have your mind really open when you listen to that album. So I do apologize for that.
No, I'm not. That's not my style of music. The hip hop style is not something that I know a lot about. But I wanted to, make sure I understood what your review was about. So I was like, I'll give it a listen to a couple songs. It was fun.
It was a mistake.
Oh, I don't think so. But anyway, yeah, where can they find your videos?
Everywhere. TikTok, YouTube. I don't have a TikTok. That was a lie. Just YouTube. My YouTube channel, T Young Mula, posting some music stuff. If you guys like music, shout if I can in the comments of these podcast videos. I am always on there. And I need to do a better job watching your videos, so I'm actually going to be commenting on your videos more.
Okay, we'll see. They're long. Your videos are a little easier to watch because they're shorts. But fair enough. If you want to check out a little bit, at least, that'd be fine. I'd be cool with that. Anyway, if you all out there enjoyed this video, you like our podcast, you like some of the deck guides perhaps, please go ahead and consider subscribing. I am at 949 subscribers as of this recording, so we are very close to 1,000, which has been the goal for a long time, and it would be awesome to get there. So if you don't mind, that would be great.
Yeah, for all of you guys that didn't see it, Ryan did say that for his 1,000th subscriber, he's giving away $1,000 to that 1,000 subscriber.
Nope.
I mean, that was very generous of you.
Nope, didn't say that. I am listen, the web shop got destroyed when the snap inning happened and Second Inner started self-publishing, but you used to be able to gift like gold passes and bundles and stuff. If they ever bring that back, I will definitely be gifting, you know, the occasional season pass or something like that for these types of giveaways. So that's hopefully coming back soon. And if I end up getting into the creator program, they actually give you codes to give away. So if I ever get there, one day I will be giving away season pass codes. So we'll see.
Let's change the words there. When, not if. When. We're gonna get there, buddy. We're gonna get there.
We'll see. Anyway, that's all we got for the episode. Trevor, any non-snap advice on the way out?
Yeah, man, if you've been sticking to cheddar or like, I don't know, you know, plain American, you need to spice it up and get some Colby Jack, maybe some Pepper Jack up in there, Munster if you're feeling adventurous, maybe even Swiss if you're really weird and you like smelly cheese. But this isn't all about cheese. This is like life. Like if you've just been doing the same thing over and over again, switch up that routine, man. Do a couple things to spice up your life, spice up your week. If you're kind of depressed moving through the work week, get some Pepper Jack in there, man.
I love Pepper Jack. All right, everybody, thanks for watching. You enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy those Dargans. Let us know what you think down in the comments below. Trevor, fly up to space. Ooh, dab. He's dabbing off to space.
What up? It's your outtake king. Like way later in life, I will probably get hockey jerseys.
Yeah, you know me. You know the way to my heart. Speaking of heart, I have a Hartford Whalers Ron Francis jersey that's awesome. Look at this logo. So here's the coolest part about this logo. So you have the whale tail.
Oh my gosh.
You have the H and you have the W for Hartford Whalers.
Can you bring up the Hulu logo? So what sound does an owl make?
Whoo.
To me, I have always seen an owl. The U's are the eyes. The L is kind of like the nose area. And I always thought that it looked like an owl pointing up to the sky, like this.
I understand where you're going with it, but I don't personally see it. I don't know. It's not.
It's the wing. It's the wing. The wing is extended up. And you picked the worst picture ever.
I thought it was a good owl. You can't resist the ending clip. I love it.